As we begin tonight's coverage in the River Valley, voters deciding on a new state senator to fill the vacant seat left behind by the late Gary Stubblefield.
Yeah, we're going to look at the voting totals from tonight's election, take a closer look at the result and the voting turnout. So we do have a projected winner for this race, which we didn't have last time we checked in with you. Brad Simon, 68.9% of the vote overall. We can take a look at each county, though. First, looking at Logan County, 75.7%.
And not a surprise there, because that's where he is from. So the results were going to come back and favorable for him there for sure.
And now looking at Franklin County, of course, a big part of this race is the Franklin County prison issue. Both of the candidates were against it. But we expected a pretty big voter turnout from Franklin County. You can see that there. Just over 2,000 people showed out. And
then in parts of Sebastian County, and mostly is the Fort Chaffee area, Brad Simon, no problem there with nearly 64% of the vote.
Yes. And Johnson, yeah, we already looked at that one. And the most votes coming from Logan County.
Yeah,
like we said.
yeah.
Wow.
One of the 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer has been watching this race from the beginning when this all came down. She is in Paris now. Lauren, what's the mood in Paris right now?
Yeah, Darren, Morgan, we are here at Brad Simon's watch party in Paris, and everyone is very excited to see that he's come out as the projected winner. They actually just raised a toast to him. I'm going to step out of the way and let you take you guys kind of here to this watch party. Everyone's feeling very, very excited for Brad here. We talked to him earlier. He said he was feeling humbled to see these numbers roll in this position. He's going to be very open to people in his district to make sure that he has his number and his email all over everywhere to make sure people can get into contact with him with the issues that matter, and to make sure that he's working for the people in his district across these 4 counties. And this was a really long road to get here, from a lawsuit challenging the election timeline to a Republican runoff, which then finally brought us to today's election. Simon is a small business owner from Paris. He ran as a Republican and says he wants to uphold the late state Senator Gary Stubblefield's conservative values in the River Valley. He wants to focus on tax reform. He's aiming to reduce the state income tax to 0 and explore other ways to cut taxes, emphasizing the need to ease the burden on businesses and residents. He's also firmly against the Franklin County Prison Project. This was a very, very hot topic in this race. He says that he's not going to be an obstructionist, but he wants to find solutions to the prison overcrowding issues in the state. He was facing independent Adam Watson, who was the founder of Gravel and Grit, which was the group formed to oppose the Franklin County Prison Project. And Brad will literally hit the ground running in this in just a few hours. He's going to be heading down to Little Rock for some budget meetings that start at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to keep you updated on official numbers on our website and online and on air as they roll in. For now, I'm live in Paris covering news where you live. Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
All right, Lauren, thanks. Let's talk about Sebastian County now. Voters weighing in on the next sheriff and whether County Judge Steve Holtz can remain in his position. Let's check out some of the numbers. Do we have the numbers there? We can tell you that Steve Holtz easily won his election over Ken Blevins to remain the Sebastian County judge. And then in the Sebastian County sheriff's race, we can tell you that it is a close race. There is the judge's race, 82% going to Steve Holtz. That is he's going to easily win that over Ken Blevins. And then in the Sebastian County sheriff's race, Wyatt McIntyre and John Miller. This is a very close race so far, with 51% going to McIntyre, John Miller at 49%. 5 News reporter Jada Daniels is actually in Fort Smith covering these 2 races. Jada, what can you tell us?
Yeah, I did speak with all the candidates, and yeah, we don't have all those results, and the votes are not all counted. But We are definitely seeing how these races are shaping out tonight. In the race for Sebastian County, Judge incumbent Steve Holtz currently holding majority of those votes right now over opponent Ken Blevins, looking to secure another term. Now the race for county sheriff remains much closer, with both candidates running nearly neck and neck. I did get a chance to speak with Holtz, who tells me while running a re-election campaign and being incumbent has been quite challenging, he's excited about continuing to serve if re-elected. Take a listen.
Job because there's so many projects, so many people to work with. There's something new every day. There's just so many ways to help our community, and I just enjoy being a part of it.
Yeah, now as those votes continue to roll in, we will definitely keep you updated. But for now, in Sebastian County, covering news where you live, Jada Daniels, 5 News.
All right, Jada, thanks. We did see some major early voting numbers, turnout numbers around the area. Here's some of the numbers that we got from across the region today. My goodness.
Yeah, Benton County saw more than 16,000 ballots cast in early voting, or an 8% turnout. Franklin County voters saw more than half of their ballots come from early voting. More than 1,300 of the total 2,100 votes.
In Washington County, this is a record turnout in early voting, they tell us. More than 15,000 ballots were cast. That's 4,000 more from the previous primary election. A lot of people for sure came out and early voted. Now, part of the reason for the high early voting turnout in Washington County, because of 9 ballot questions that related to a huge bond package in Fayetteville.
Yeah, we've been talking about this all night. If question 1 didn't pass tonight, none of the proposed projects, there are 8 of them, part of this would have been able to pass. So right now, Bo Russell, actually we're going to first take a look at bond question 1. 78% of the vote went for that one. So it looks like that is going to pass.
That was the first thing that had to happen. And no doubt the folks came out and voted for that, with 78% of the vote in favor of that. Do we want to go through all these, or are we going to have Bo talk about some of these? We can run through some of these if you would. Let's just have Bo Russell do this. He's been working hard getting these numbers put together. Bo, what can you tell us?
And you're with someone who knows a thing or two about this.
Hey, Darren.
Exactly,
yes. Hey, Darren. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, well, we're very lucky to be joined tonight by Mayor Molly Ron. Like you said, question 1 passed. When you saw that, could you kind of sense the floodgates opening for yes votes on these bond issues?
It was really exciting to see question 1 pass because, as you know, question 1 had to pass for the other 8 votes in the bond package to move forward. So definitely an exciting night and a victory for the city of Fayetteville, for sure.
And can you talk to us about why these bonds are so important for Fayetteville?
These bonds are a wonderful opportunity for us to move Fayetteville forward. Critical infrastructure projects, roads, streets, water, sewer, parkland, as well as wonderful amenities like the aquatic center, like an animal shelter. But this is really a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to fund items that we desperately need without raising taxes. So definitely a win.
And the aquatic center you mentioned, that was the closest of the bonds.
Yes.
Very close. Now that it has passed, it's being funded. Can you talk to us about why that's specific, what it's going to provide for the city?
It's going to provide a year-round opportunity for a publicly owned pool and aquatic center for families in our community to go and recreate and to enjoy. And we certainly understand that that was a close vote, and I look forward to earning the trust and support of maybe those that weren't as confident about voting for it. I hope that they will grow to see what a great thing it is for our city, and that everyone can be excited about it.
And then, Mayor, finally, and you mentioned this, with Fayetteville, it's a city that's growing. Are these bonds, and I know we got the wind blowing, sorry about that, are these bonds, they're going to help the city as growth continues to happen?
Absolutely. We are preparing for growth. We know that there are 40 to 50 new people a day moving into our region and into Fayetteville, and being able to make sure that we have adequate capacity at our wastewater treatment plants, in our water transmission lines, in our roads, and being able to build and accommodate that growth is really important, and these bonds allow us to do that. The animal shelter, was designed and built 50 years ago. It was not built for a city of approaching 100,000 people. So this allows us to grow into the place that we know we're becoming.
Well, Mayor, thank you so much.
Thank you
we really appreciate you. Darren, Morgan, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Bo.